I don't know.
I don't.
I don't.
There.
All right.
Ugh.
Get these things started, I guess.
I'm coming up, so you better get the party started.
Hello and welcome to episode 957 of the Player One podcast for
Kinda hurt a-
Tuesday,
kinda hurt a little bit.
April 1st,
I appreciate it.
2025. I am your host, Chris Johnston, and with me as always from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, sir?
Pretty good. How's it going with you?
It's going great.
All right.
Thanks for asking.
You know what? I look forward to our little chats every week.
I know, right? Yes. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Great. Glad to hear it. I'm great.
You're great.
I'm great.
Okay.
Couldn't be greater. You sound skeptical.
Couldn't be greater? Really?
Nope. Not at all. I'm
No.
at maximum
No,
greatness.
You
Wow.
change up your diet a little bit, you could be greater pretty easily.
I don't know.
Get some
You're right.
Metamucil going.
I don't know.
Yeah. Get some more fiber in your diet.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
I'll have you know I was pooping quite a bit earlier.
Yeah.
Yep. Still am. What do you think of that, tough guy?
TMI. TMI.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yikes.
It's a very serious medical condition.
I see.
But I care about the show too much.
Constant bowel flow.
Got a bit of CBF, yeah.
And there's the title for the show.
It's a serious issue.
CBF. Yeah. Hey.
What's up?
It's our April Fool's show. You
Oh,
know,
God.
the day when all the joking happens on the internet.
Oh my gosh, CJ,
Yeah.
there's a spider behind you. Gotcha.
You did.
Great.
Classic. Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, and
What?
it's also the Switch 2 Direct week.
Oh.
You guys
Maybe
excited?
the
You
Switch
guys
2 is
ready?
just a big April Fool's joke.
Oh my goodness.
That's
What
right.
about that?
It could be. Could be. I don't know. Probably not, though.
No.
Now that is airing the 2nd?
April 2nd.
Okay.
at
Before 2.
6 a.m.
Oh my, that's specific
6
time.
a.m.
Specific time. Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
Right. Well, I
You
look
have to get
forward
up
to
early.
reading all the announcements and watching that video later in the
Later.
day when I wake up.
I think I'm gonna wake up for it.
Are you?
I'll be
think-
awake.
I think so.
I mean, it won't be that much later in the day. It's a work day, but you
Yeah.
know,
When do you wake up, Phil? When do you wake
but,
up?
I mean,
You
it
don't-
depends. Am I working
don't
from
wake
home
up
or
at
am I working
6?
in the office?
I don't know. You don't wake up at a regular time each weekday.
No,
morning?
you crazy? Why would
I
you
wake
wake
up
up
at a-
early when you don't have to go to the office?
I wake up.
You add the
the same
commute
time.
time to your sleep schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that.
That's
No.
how that works.
Yeah.
bro.
I go to sleep and wake up at the same time.
You're doing it all wrong, my friend.
You know,
I
if I want to be at the office at 9,
Yeah.
Wait, CJ doesn't go to an office.
I don't.
I know.
I don't.
So I mean,
yeah.
of course his wake up time is the same.
it's the same because I'm
If I-
always here.
If I want to be at the office at 9, I gotta factor in showering and getting dressed and the commute, of course.
Yeah.
But if I'm working from home that day and I got to be in the office at 9,
Yeah.
which means sitting here in this seat, I don't need to factor all that in. I can stink all day.
Mm-hmm.
I can be in my pajamas
That.
all day.
Okay.
You know, I don't need to drive to get here.
I guess
You know?
that's true. That's true.
And so, no, I don't.
All right. Well, got nothing
Okay.
for you.
Glad we
Okay.
got that sort it out.
Yeah, I'm glad we did too.
Oh boy.
Oh well. Anyway,
Hey, before
last
we get
week-
into that,
yeah,
I want to show you this just because I have this sitting here. This is some candy I got.
Oh,
I got some candy.
new candy.
I
New
was at
candy dropped.
my son wanted to go to a 7-Eleven yesterday.
Yeah.
So we went to 7-Eleven, get some Slurpees,
Mhm.
and they had a new Sour Patch Kid variant. This is called Sour Patch Kid Glow Ups. And they are strawberry watermelon flavored. You can see them right there. There they are.
Nice, very nice.
And these, if you look at them, they're just the one flavor. They're strawberry watermelon, so they're all this kind of pinkish color.
yeah,
But the gimmick is that each one, and you can, if you look real close, you can see it in there. It contains, and I quote, edible confetti that glows under black light.
oh, okay.
So I, of course, picked up a bag.
because
God.
you're gonna bring that black light into
Someone's taking a black light to the bathroom with him.
Our edible, our edible confetti.
Exactly. Edible
contains
confetti, it
What?
goes in, but it also has to come
Wh-
out.
I mean, that's
Oh
That's just
God.
the rule. That's the rule.
according to this Sour Patch Kid character on the back of the package. He's holding a spotlight black light.
Yeah.
And this creature is saying our edible confetti contains turmeric extract, which gives it its fun glow.
Hmm.
And then there's a helpful
Love eating
hint.
stuff that glows.
It's also saying, hint, you can't taste it. So
Is that a dare?
I was gonna say.
That's a challenge. You.
so I'm
can't taste
excited
it.
about this.
You can't. Taste
I do
it.
not have a black light,
Yeah.
but now I'm trying to determine, do I purchase a black light just to shine it on candy before I eat it?
Or after.
Or after.
Or well,
I
I mean,
assumed that this was going the other way.
what's the other way?
I mean, the same direction, but through and out, through and out.
Oh, you think I would forego shining it on the candy and just shine it on
Yes.
my
Yes,
waist?
That's right. Yes,
My
that's right.
solid waist?
Yeah. I mean, because you're going to order the black light from Amazon, it's going to take a day.
Well, I mean, I'm
So
not.
eat
No
it
one's
and
no
then-
one's forcing this down my gullet.
Okay.
this-
All right. So
this,
you can wait.
I have according to the best before date, I have a good 10 months or so before this is. I guess we're down to about 9, maybe 8.5 months
I see. Okay.
before this
And
candy
that's just a recommendation anyway.
is no longer at its best. So we'll see. Maybe I'll buy a black light
Yeah.
off Amazon. They can't be.
Well, Inferno9 in the chat says I have one of those black light flashlights. You can check your hotel rooms for stuff.
Oh, like in case they have Sour Patch Kids glow ups scattered around the room, you'll be able to identify them right away.
That's exactly it.
Oh my gosh, I lifted up this hotel mattress and it's covered with Sour Patch Kids.
I don't think I could.
God.
I don't think I could purchase such an item. And
Do you figure
Dare
that
to
this
use it.
candy is just this is all the Sour Patch Kids that fell on the floor at the factory?
oh, absolutely.
And instead of
They just sprinkled them with turmeric
It's
acid. and-
turmeric extract.
yeah, it's whatever crap got picked up off the ground. They're like, yeah, you're supposed to be able to see little chunks of crap in it.
Well, you see, our worker, his name is Turmeric. Eric for short.
What's the nickname?
Eric.
Oh, Eric. Eric, yes.
So he walks around and you have turmeric extract.
Yeah.
The Sour Patch
Two
Kids.
Merricks.
Yeah. Yes.
Too many Erics. That was a 1960s live action Disney movie.
Was it really?
Too many Erics. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Early
The computer wore tennis shoes.
it's that ilk. Yes, it was an early Kurt Russell joint.
Kurt Russell. Was there a chimp in there too?
That was the sequel. Too many Erics,
Too many Erics.
parentheses, and a chimp.
Oh, Absolutely. And
that
then
was
the sequel to that, and a little lady.
Look
You
who's
guys.
talking now. Oh my gosh, the dogs.
It just keeps going.
The
and
dogs,
going.
all these things talking that shouldn't be talking.
Oh, I think I mentioned on the show I'm rewatching Cheers, and I'm in now
Oh.
to the Kirstie Alley episodes.
Okay.
Better
And-
episodes.
Yeah, I agree. They are better for sure. And I can't get it out of my head that she said, "Look who's talking," because I think that's where I. Well, I guess I saw Star Trek 2.
The
Wrath
Wrath
of
of Khan.
Yeah, but who the
which
heck
she
knew
is
who
in.
Kirstie Alley was when Wrath of Khan came out?
I never watched Cheers as a youngin, and then
Because it
I saw
involved
Look Who's
alcohol, so
Talking.
you legally couldn't.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really couldn't. I don't know
Law-abiding
why.
citizen.
I don't know why I didn't. Everybody did back in the day. Everybody watched Cheers. Not me. I don't know why.
I mean,
Anyway.
did your parents watch Cheers?
No.
Well, that's why you didn't watch Cheers.
Yeah, my
we've
parents
solved it.
my parents were
solved
not
it.
a sitcom watching couple.
Same with mine.
Yeah.
Not a sitcom watching couple.
No. Any
My
sitcoms I
parents weren't a
watched back.
couple. So.
What's that?
My parents weren't a couple, so
Well, that's your first problem.
I don't know if I call it a problem.
Oh, okay. Well then, I mean, I'm talking in terms of sitcom viewing.
Yeah. We watched 2020. Not many laughs to be had there.
You know what though?
Not many laughs to be had there when John Stossel is investigating.
I'm laughing, but my parents absolutely watched 2020 as well. I actually watched a fair amount of 2020
John
back in the day.
60 minutes.
Yep,
on
60
Sundays,
minutes.
I'm morally
and
safe
then-
for.
And then 2020 on like Thursday.
I don't remember the schedule.
Yeah,
CJ's house was a
huge.
dry place to watch television.
It absolutely was.
As soon as I got my TV in my
You're well
room,
informed and bored.
that was when I started watching sitcoms.
But that John Stossel report on Nintendo
Changed your life.
changed my life.
Made you the man you are today.
Sure did.
Was it pro or con? Or was it just an informative piece?
It was just an informative piece
I see.
about how the kids today are Nintendo crazy.
Oh, they definitely are.
Crazy for Nintendo.
Inferno 9, we also watched That's Incredible.
Oh my god, we watched That's Incredible.
And
I didn't-
Real
I did not
People.
watch.
It was another.
I only watched Real People on Amazon Prime like years later.
Oh, is that on?
I believe it's on Amazon Prime. or
That
it
was it was like some sort of like infotainment sort of show, right?
Yeah, it's an
Yeah.
infotainment show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's people that can
What
that
about
have crazy stories or something.
bloopers and practical jokes?
Oh yeah.
I watched that.
Dick Clark and Ed McMahon.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
Listen,
there's some
what?
video game news happening.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
we're talking about 80s television.
Oh, okay.
There's something else I want to talk about.
What's
Oh?
that?
When you're done talking about 80s television, just let me know.
We're done.
We're never going to stop if you don't stop us.
We're done.
So I just wanted to call this out because I think it's so cute and wholesome. Which I know I'm following up.
Are we talking about me again?
Yeah, no, we already
I
talked
figured
about
he was
going
gonna
to
talk
it,
about
but
me.
Anyway, so the last couple of days, my daughter, my youngest daughter, is into volleyball, and she spent the last couple of days at 2 volleyball tournaments where they finished 3rd in the first one and 1st in the second one.
Oh, no cap.
Awesome.
So bronze and did you just say no cap?
I'm excited. I'm excited about your kids' success.
Is that what that means?
Well, I mean,
Tell me.
wanted-
I don't know.
I wanted to make sure you were being truthful about this.
Anyway, one of the things that they do at these tournaments, first of all, it's like I absolutely love it. So they're like, it's U13, so they're all like 12 and 13 years old. It's all girls, and it's a very interesting vibe because my main experience with youth sports is with boys sports or co-ed, and can be very intense, especially the older he's getting. But this, I love going to these volleyball tournaments because, yeah, for the most part, like it's very well. There's some intensity because obviously you're still competing, but They're all it's all about like they really support each other, both their teammates and the other teams. But one of the things that's been happening, and I think this came from cheerleading, is if you sort of watch, the girls are running around in between games and they're clipping each other with clothespins.
Okay.
Oh, not
So,
like
like-
passing through each other.
No, they're not
Oh.
clipping. No, stop thinking about video games for a minute. So like this is a thing that apparently I think it started in cheerleading, and all they do, the teams show up with tons of these things. They're like bedazzled clothespins with little or just painted ones with like little uplifting messages on them.
That one
It
says
says,
"Go girl."
Go girl, and this one
Oh.
says you are a star,
Okay.
and
Very
this one
nice.
is a poorly spelled
Oh dear.
love your shoes or love
Oh.
you our shoes.
Well, that's just like the way kids talk these days.
But they'll
Yeah.
but what they'll do is they'll come up behind each other and they'll clip them on like their backpacks, and like they won't tell them they're doing it.
Oh, okay.
And and so like the person is already gone when you discovered her, because of course they're all wearing their hair up. They're wearing their hair in ponytails, usually, or sometimes a bun or braids. They'll clip them into the girl's hair.
Oh,
But I just think it's really, really cute, and it's like turned into this thing where a lot of the girls are like collecting these. My daughter is super excited that she has a big collection of them. Plus, it's just
Oh.
I don't know, it's really cute and it's
Is-
really
is-
uplifting. And
is she making ones of her own to?
oh yeah, they all do it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's
That's
very nice.
cool.
Anyway,
Yeah.
This is very. I'm exhausted because there was a lot of driving and a lot of volleyball. I mean, I didn't play it, but this weekend. But
I had to watch so much volleyball. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. I this morning, because I was so tired this morning. I got up and we were getting ready to go to the second tournament, and I said to my daughter, like, God, I'm exhausted. She goes, Yeah, you worked so hard yesterday. I was like, I'm gonna set all your clips on fire and keep it up. But
She clipped something to the back of your shirt. You took it
well,
off,
she couldn't clip into my hair.
and then and you take it off, and it just says, "Friggin' cope with it, old man."
Anyway, I just think it's really
Yeah.
cute, really positive. It's fun.
That's nice.
I always feel really good at the end of these tournaments because they're all so positive and hopeful with each other, and it's fun to see.
That's great.
It was nice to see them win this weekend. So
Good. Congratulations.
well, I didn't do anything, but
Very good
thanks.
deal.
Well, I'm implying that you would pass those congratulations along to
No,
along
not
to
at
the
all.
kid.
no.
You're not going to?
I mean,
No.
congratulations to you for
Volleyball's
handling
over.
the
We're not even-
drive.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Volleyball's over this weekend. We're not even speaking anymore. But
Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
You only communicate through clips?
yes, clean your room.
It's time for bed.
Uh,
Yeah.
You're grounded.
oh my goodness.
That's the worst clip of all.
Get a job.
Wow. And she put that on you? Rude.
Totally rude.
Ugh.
Anyway, I just wanted to bring it up because I think it's really cute.
Absolutely. Well,
I got a clip on my
are-
backpack the other day that just said "You're next." I didn't know how to take it.
Was it?
Yikes.
It wasn't somebody from the government, was it?
I don't know who it was, and that's the worrying part.
I would be
Uh,
worried.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well,
Yeah.
we have the Switch 2 Direct happening this week, but last week, surprise,
The Switch One
got-
Direct.
we got a Switch 1 Direct.
Yeah.
How about that? I know I'm
It was-
asking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great.
I'm
Yeah.
asking.
How
What did you
about
think of it?
that?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? Highlights. Give me a highlight. What's your highlight?
I mean, they finally showed a Metroid Prime 4. That was cool.
Yes, they did.
I was excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Rhythm Heaven Groove.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
I'm very
looks
excited about
great.
Rhythm Heaven Groove.
2026.
Yeah, I'm bummed it's going to take so long, but I'm glad it's on its way.
You know, it looks really cool. I realize though, I've never really gotten into a Rhythm Heaven game.
Never really gotten into the Rhythm Heaven Groove.
No.
Well, now's your chance, friend.
That's right.
Rhythm Heaven is
You can
great.
Get into it.
Um,
is.
I will also say that I love that like sprite-based beat 'em ups are a thing again,
Yep.
and like we've got a Marvel one coming.
Marvel
So
one looks great.
very excited about that.
And that's from the Shredder's Revenge folks, right?
Yes, don't nod.
And
Not
what?
don't nod. What am I
Tribute.
saying?
Tribute games.
And
Tribute Games and
the French
.mu.
.mu.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know why
Yeah.
I thought don't nod. .mu. Yeah,
Don't nod. It'd be like a Life is
That'd be
Strange.
weird. Yeah.
Life is Strange Marvel game. Yeah. No, this looks great. Yeah, 4-player.
Oh, I think it looks
co-op.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, looks great.
I mean,
Very.
and it's one of those things where, of course, there was that old. Who made that? Was it Konami that made the old X-Men? Not it. Wasn't X-Men. Captain Avengers. Captain America: The Adventures.
That was a
did that?
Data East.
That was Data East. Anyway,
That I used to-
that's one of those ones that I feel like a lot of people have always wanted to come home. So feels like we're kind of getting a little taste of that with this.
Yes.
So
Didn't that get ported to the Genesis back in the day?
if it did, it wasn't very good
I see.
because that was a big double screen
That's pretty cool how you
too.
know that it wasn't very good, but you're not terribly sure if it actually happened.
He's gonna look it up.
Man.
I mean, I'm not doubting that it's not very good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. I do love that. Yeah, licensed beat 'em ups are a thing again.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah.
Captain America and the
Absolutely.
Avengers was absolutely not the game I was thinking of.
Mm.
What game were you thinking of?
I don't know. Keep talking.
Okay.
It was
Let's see.
X-Men. It was X-Men I was thinking of.
Oh,
For some
okay.
reason my brain went to the Capcom games, but no, I meant the X-Men game,
Yes.
which was Konami. I was right.
Yes.
When I was talking about the game I meant, I was right. It's Konami.
I see.
Anyway,
And that
yeah.
that did get a that
Did
came
it?
to like Xbox 360.
Oh, so
and-
it came and then disappeared quickly?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, it's nice to see it happening. I'm
Yes.
excited about that.
Yeah.
CJ's showing Gradius Origins right now,
Also
which
excited about that.
can't wait.
Yeah.
With
Although-
Salamander 3,
Which is a new game.
New Salamander
Yeah.
game, yeah.
That's
Although
exciting.
I will say that I really would love to see them include stuff like the Game Boy games.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's still exciting.
Well, they
Six-
can do a
six
volume
games.
2.
I dare say that's what'll happen if they decide to do any of that stuff. But
I'm a
Yeah.
little surprised. And not that this is a huge deal because it's been released before and it's realistically I wouldn't play it much.
Famicom and Super Famicom games.
No, not even that.
Oh.
The old arcade game Scramble,
Mm.
Ah,
which was an early Konami side-scrolling shooter that has sort of been, I don't know if it's been retconned into the Gradius canon or if Gradius was always intended to be kind of a follow-up to Scramble, but it has appeared in other Gradius collections as kind of a, this is the beginning of the Gradius story. So it's a little
Yeah.
weird it's not in here.
I feel like, I'm excited that this is happening, and I'm excited that these collections do happen. But it also feels like they definitely hold back
Yeah.
on stuff so that they can sell you a second collection.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of, in the case of like a Castlevania, where there's a ton of Castlevania games, it's a little different, right? But
Right.
yeah. Anyway,
But I
Either
mean,
way,
you're
still
right
excited
that
to say that.
like NES and Game Boy versions should be
Yeah,
on here.
yeah. So
Yeah.
and I don't feel like those are exciting enough to base an entire collection on. So
Right.
I don't trust that we'll get that. But who knows?
Although, I mean, Konami
Comes
has
with
not been shy about
17 different versions, 6 titles.
Yeah,
you know,
17 different versions. That's I don't know.
but
That's just-
they're counting the Japanese and
they're
the
counting
US
Japanese
version.
versions of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're already up to
And
12 in a
some
way.
like amusement machine show
Yeah.
versions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Konami has not been shy. Like Castlevania has had, there was kind of the console, like the 8 and 16-bit game collection, then the
Yeah.
Game
Hmm.
Boy collection, and then the DS collection. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I
be
think-
surprised if there's a console Gradius collection later.
I think for me
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like, yeah, you're
We
right.
need
But
Gradius Gaiden.
for me it's just we Gradius Rebirth is what we need.
And that
We
Those
need both.
rebirth games are stranded on a dead service on a dead console. Like it's so annoying. But I guess that's the thing. And somebody in the chat just mentioned it too, where I mean, I am excited that we're getting these collections, and I don't want to sound like I'm not, but I'm definitely prefer having them be complete, or as someone there in the chat said, Micah, I think it was, I want to see some of the weird stuff. You know what I mean? Like, like Rebirth and like you just said, Scramble, like, in the NES version and the game, like the Nemesis games. Because who the hell, well, old people remember the Nemesis games, but, new players probably have never even played them or even heard of them. Actually, a lot of people might not even know that there were two of them.
Yeah.
We only got one, I think, in North America, but there were two of them. So, I'd love to see, I guess, just the completionist in me. I'd love to see these collections be a little more complete, but I get it. They're trying to sell more stuff, and it's, we are getting a whole new game, so I can't complain too much.
True.
Yeah.
What about the Sony announcements? So this was surprising. 2 games that are sort of more known on the PlayStation
They're
side of things
PlayStation coded.
They are coming to Switch. So Patapon 1 and 2, and then Everybody's Golf / Hot Shots is coming to the Switch through Bandai Namco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although
interesting stuff.
It's weird that Patapon 3 is not in that collection.
Well,
you got to keep some stuff.
It's weird we're getting 2/3 of the Patapon games.
Well, maybe they'll do 3 by itself afterwards.
It's also weird that Hot Shots is not made by Clap Hands.
That's true. Yeah, it's
who have been behind Hot
Shots.
Shots. What's that?
Do we even know the developer of
You know what? I was looking it up because I wanted to make sure it was Clap Hands, and I forget who it is. It's you know what though? It's someone who they're developing some other game that was in this direct, and I think they've worked on like some Digimon games.
Okay.
But I forget who it was. Who was making it? I'm sorry.
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be a bad game.
Oh no. It's just I'm bummed that it's not the original. Well, not original developers, because the original one was Camelot, right?
Camelot.
Yeah.
And then Clap Hands took over. Yeah. But there is a Clap Hands golf game on Switch, right?
The
Apple Arcade release as well.
Yes. And it is called
Easy Come Easy Golf.
Easy Come Easy Golf. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm excited for this. Will it have an online league thing? Because that would be cool. Probably won't. I have good memories of Mario Golf on, was it 3DS that we played with listeners, and that was a lot of fun because it had like an online, you could join an online league and then play each week and compete, and that was really fun. And hopefully this will have that, but I'm not really holding my breath for it. Yeah.
The game developer is Hyde.
I'm
Hyde.
not familiar. I'm not familiar.
HYDE.
Yeah.
They're making the Tamagotchi Plaza game that was in this direct.
Okay.
They also did Digimon World, it looks, or Digimon Survive, and like the Disney Tsum Tsum Festival puzzle game.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? We kind of breezed past Metroid Prime 4 here. I thought it looked really good for a Switch 1 game. If this is in fact
I don't know. I
footage.
feel weird. I feel weird about it because I have been excited for Metroid Prime 4 for a long time.
It was announced a long time ago.
And I think that problem is that it was announced so long ago that I just kind of like. I mean, it looks good. I'll definitely play it. But I don't know. I wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe Metroid. You know, I just I don't know.
Sort of a
I wasn't
known
super
quantity,
excited.
right? You're like, well,
Yeah.
I'll play it when it comes out. I don't really need to pay attention to the rest of this
Yeah.
trailer. Yeah.
I just feel like we've been hearing about it for so long that it just like, okay, good. That's finally happening. Great.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, Metroid Prime was never really my bag.
I loved the first one. I have not ever gotten into the other two.
Yeah.
Ever. Like played each of them for a little while and then just sort of gave up on them.
Yeah.
So the first one, and I don't know if it was the novelty of it. I mean, I do think it's a legitimately good game.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I like my Metroid side scrolling.
And when they did the they did the remake, I mean, I played through it. So clearly I still really like that game, but I still have not felt compelled to play the other two.
Yeah.
So, but I still want to play this. I just I'm not crazy excited about it.
I hope it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be.
Yeah. All right. What else didn't we talk about? I guess we talked about
we got the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake that looks gorgeous.
led off the direct.
Yeah,
right?
it led the direct.
Yeah. Kind of crazy.
So, okay, now that we've seen more of it, what about Shadow Labyrinth?
Shadow Labyrinth.
That's the Pac-Man, grimdark Pac-Man.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait for reviews.
Yeah, me too.
On this one, like I obviously like Pac-Man. I'm not really like a huge fan of like side-scrolling Dark Souls-y type games, and I don't know if that's what this is, but it seems kind of, I don't know, not my thing, even though the Pac-Man part is very much my thing.
that's I don't know.
Yeah, I'll say.
I don't think it looks very good either.
No,
to be honest, like
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pessimistic about it. But anyway,
I did take some. I see. Oh, so one of them that I saw that I thought looked really interesting, not necessarily for me, but something that I'm pretty sure my daughters will go crazy over is Witchbrook.
Yeah,
Witchbrook looks extremely cute. I mean,
it does.
It's definitely got a Harry Potter vibe to it. But by Chucklefish, which is a good start as well. Chucklefish does good stuff.
Yeah.
Again, I think it looks extremely cute. I also think it looks like something that I wouldn't play for very long, just because I don't have the patience to do the whole day in the life kind of thing. But I know my daughters do, my oldest especially, and I think when I show this to her, she's going to be like, "This is my next game."
Yeah.
She's still, I mean, she's still puttering around in she'll fire up Animal Crossing every now and then, but in the last Harry Potter game. And she's not really trying to advance the story. Yeah, she doesn't really advance the story so much as she just wanders around and does stuff. And she just sort of loves doing that. So I feel like this is going to be right up. And because of the way it looks and the style, the content of it, I think it'll be her deal for sure.
It's like
it looks really cute,
detailed pixel art.
Yeah. I mean, it's
a quarter perspective.
I don't want to say it looks like Stardew Valley because it doesn't really. But
no,
she loves Stardew Valley, and I feel like that there is a bit of a similar vibe here, even just by the fact that it's 2D pixel art.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
indeed.
I think that's going to be a big deal in our house. I also thought the Eternal Life of Goldman looked interesting.
Oh yeah. Well, wasn't that announced a long time ago?
It might have been. I don't keep track of it. But I mean, it just looks like a sort of a platformer along with puzzle. It feels like it to me. I don't know. The puzzle side of it is giving it. Yeah, like the platforming looks kind of DuckTales, and every time they showed puzzly stuff, I thought of Professor Layton for some reason.
Hmm.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
really?
Maybe it's just the sort of hand-drawn look to it. But yeah, I mean, it looks like an interesting platformer. It definitely has some DuckTales vibes to it. I think the
With
art style's
the
really
cane
nice.
bouncing is what
Yeah,
you are
cane
referring to
bouncing.
Yeah,
there,
the
of
cane
course.
bouncing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the art style looks good. I don't know. I think it looks really,
Yeah.
really interesting. I
Yeah.
definitely want to play it.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
And then the only one that sorry, go ahead.
The one thing I would say about it though is that it looks like the backgrounds are so detailed you almost lose where the platforms are.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and a lot of these games have that issue, right? Especially where, and this one, I mean, we're watching the trailer here for those who don't watch the video version of this. Like they're clearly zooming the camera in and out, and I find in games like this where the backgrounds are super detailed, yes, you can lose your character a little bit.
Yeah.
But I still think it looks great.
I
Yeah.
think it does too. Yeah, absolutely. Cool.
And the Wandering Village was the other one that kind of stood out to me, just because. I mean, it looks like a city builder, but on the back of a giant turtle.
I believe that is
different.
the concept of
That's
it.
that's a different twist.
yeah.
So I
Sure.
don't know if I definitely want to see what's going on there. But yeah, I just thought, what an interesting concept. It's not a giant turtle; looks almost more like a dragon or something. But
It kind of does. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Looks cool. Looks interesting. But for the most part, I found that like
Wow, that text
that-
is going to be real small on the Switch screen.
yeah, it looks like it's a all PC stuff they're showing. For the most part, though, I found like that it was a good direct, but it was filled with a lot of games I'm never even going to try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
well,
it wasn't
yeah, that
really
Devil
for me.
Summoner remake that they're doing.
Yeah, like just
and
yeah.
the AI Somnium Files thing, Saga Frontier 2 remastered, the Story of Seasons thing, that Disney Villains Cursed Cafe. I'm just reading.
You're literally just
the
reading the
list.
list. But that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I agree.
It's like, it's great that they're still. I mean, it feels like they're kind of, and this isn't to disparage the games that they show, but it feels like, here's all this Switch stuff that's still not out yet.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how much they push the fact that this will all still work on the Switch 2.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I was having
yeah.
a conversation with a guy at work who still buys tries to buy physical copies of games, and was saying like, I wonder if they're gonna adjust the Switch One packaging to make it very prominent, saying like also works on Switch 2.
Maybe
I
like a
imagine
sticker.
I imagine they would. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Some kind of starburst or something, or yeah.
Possible.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, should we talk about the Nintendo Today app that was also announced?
Well, I haven't checked today's date yet.
I did check today.
Yeah.
There was a fun countdown to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and there was a Splatoon 3 like live performance video that was pretty cool. Yeah. So yeah, Nintendo has put out their very own smartphone app that delivers Nintendo news direct to you, the smartphone owner. And in fact, the day after the Direct, they made an announcement exclusively on Nintendo Today. They announced the opening date for the Legend of Zelda movie
No.
on the Nintendo Today app. So that's going to be March 26th, 2027. But yeah, they announced that via the Nintendo Today app. So kind of cool. I did download the Nintendo Today app pretty much right away after it was available. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool, especially during this time where people are not all on one place social media wise, and I don't think it's a terrible idea for them to do that, although it would be nice. Now they have like 3 or 4 different apps at this point. It would have been nice to have them all in one, but yeah.
Well, yeah, at least you can get off social media. Who wants to rely on social
You
media?
can
at
get
this
off
point?
of social media and onto Nintendo social media.
There you go.
Yeah. And
Sounds wholesome.
yeah, I guess we can talk about this other thing, the virtual game card thing that they announced towards the end of the direct, which I am very excited about as somebody who only purchases digital games and oftentimes needs to switch them between one Switch or another because I am a multi-Switch system household. I thought this was great.
I think so too.
Is it overly complicating?
I don't think
things?
so. I don't
Yeah.
understand the thought behind that. I
You're-
mean, you're literally just lending your game to somebody, right?
Well, there's two things here. There's two things
Okay,
here
now
that
it's
they
complicated.
announced. They announced two things. So virtual game cards, if you are just a Switch owner and you happen to have two systems and you swap between like a Switch Lite and a Switch OLED or something like that, you can now do that pretty easily via the virtual game card system. You can just swap it between one system or the other, and it seems easy. That seems easy.
Yeah, it does
The
seem
second
easy.
part of this is the lending games out to other people who are in your Nintendo Switch Online family plan thing. And that too seems very good. Like I'm very excited about that because the way that you had to, set your home Switch and like have a guest Switch, and then you could only play your games if you were connected to the internet. That was kind of a pain. So this, I think, is much nicer. We'll have to see in practice how this works, like the lending it from family member to family member. You can loan out a game for 2 weeks and then it returns to you. But after the lending process, you don't have to have an internet connection or anything like that. So I think this is nice.
I think it makes total sense, and it sounds simple enough to me. So
You know who it's not nice for are the people who are trying to game the Nintendo Switch Online family plan system who aren't actually in a they're just friends who are sharing.
I mean, friends
We're
are like family. To some of us.
cheaping out on a Nintendo Switch Online
Wow.
membership by
Oh boy,
PJ just passing
Yeah.
loads of
System.
judgment here.
my goodness.
I did. I would have been the same if, before I got married. had a
Before I was
family.
rich.
Sure. But still, I'm glad that Nintendo's doing something before the launch of the Switch 2 to make this easier, because the current system kind of sucked. And oftentimes you'd have to buy 2 copies of a digital game. And now hopefully you won't have to.
That's my thing. I think like for me right now, we're only a 2 Switch household, and I hate myself for even saying that. Because it's not something I ever wanted to be. But I mean, my oldest daughter and my son both had Switches. My son kind of got over it pretty fast and sold it, but she still plays, and every now and then I'll buy a game that she wants to try, but I buy digital as well, and there was just not an easy way to let her play it, right? Especially if she was traveling or something, like she going to a friend's cottage or something for a few days and she wanted to have it around to try it out. And it's like, this makes it seem like I could easily move it around and not have to think about it, especially where it comes back after 2 weeks. So I really don't have to think about it if I'm not playing it over those next 2 weeks, and then hey, it's back in my library, and this is the way it should be. And then it's been on my mind lately because of the fact that the Switch 2 is coming, and I am going to get a Switch 2, but I have a lot of digital games on my Switch, and I will be hanging on to my Switch. So Nintendo's old system of like, well, now you got to transfer everything to the new console, and you can't play any of it on the old console, was stupid. So I'm glad that at least this makes me think that that's not what's going to happen this time. So
yeah. Pretty excited about it. It will avoid the situation that I had in junior high school where I loaned out my copy of Wonder Dog to a friend.
Oh my gosh.
We traded. I got Sewer Shark, so I actually got the
You
better end of
won
the deal.
actually, but
Oh, absolutely.
But it was months before he returned my copy of Wonder Dog, and I had to give up my Sewer Shark too. So, yeah. But
Oh, it wasn't
yeah.
really your sewer shark, was it?
No, it wasn't.
No.
But anyway, so yeah, I'm excited about it. See how it works in practice.
Yeah.
What else we got here on the list? The C button was confirmed. So the mysterious C button
Oh,
for the Nintendo Switch 2. You know the one, right? That is right below the home button on the right Joy-Con.
okay.
It is now labeled C.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that do?
This is we don't know.
Oh my gosh.
This is an official image from the Nintendo Today app. So now we know that it's a C. What could that C? What could it mean?
Cranberry jam.
Camera?
No, I'm pretty sure it's cranberry jam.
Community? Is it a community button, like a Miiverse style thing?
Oh.
Bring up the Miiverse?
it's camera. Means camera.
You think camera?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
either.
really care. I'm happy to wait if they tell us what it is.
It's
Maybe
a
it stands
new
for caring.
it's a new button. That's what we got. Yeah.
There you go. Now with new buttons.
Now a new button.
Trend setting.
Oh, very trend setting. Also, hey, Game Informer's back. Did you know?
I did.
I hadn't heard.
That's right. Game Informer has been bought by Gunzilla Games. Don't look up what they make.
Yeah.
They do NFTs and Web3 and blockchain. And
They do
I'm sure this will
blockchain
end
games.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
I'm happy. I'm happy they're
excited
back.
that they're
I'm
back.
happy it's the crew. Yes. I really, 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 really hope that. This doesn't go the way it feels like it's gonna go.
Yeah. I'm happy for them, and I feel bad for them in advance.
I was gonna say, like, it's nothing against them. It's like, I don't. Even if this wasn't like a blockchain company, I probably wouldn't trust them because how many times over the last, forever have we heard like, we love what they do and they're gonna stay independent and. Like
Right.
that's all well and good until the money's not flowing the way they want it to. But you throw in the whole we're a blockchain NFT company. No thanks.
Yeah.
I don't trust them.
I'm right there with you on
I
that.
hope I'm wrong.
I hope I'm wrong. I
Yeah.
hope we're all wrong on that.
Yep.
And, glad to hear that some of the Game Informer guys are back at
Yeah.
it.
That's great.
And that the website's
awesome.
back and all that stuff.
They're really good at what they do. So
Oh,
Agreed.
absolutely.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, why don't we get into what you've been playing? Phil,
Yeah.
why don't you kick it off for us?
Oh my goodness. I've been
Got a lot of
playing some.
a lot of games to talk about, clearly.
Oh, do we?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I've been playing some more Dynasty Warriors Origins, which continues to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm very much enjoying my time with that. I have nothing really new to say that will interest you guys at all about this, but it's a lot of fun. Very pleased with Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Attacking more dudes.
I've been
Attacking
killing a
more
whole
dudes.
lot of people.
killing dudes.
I also, of course, picked up the hot new release for Nintendo Switch. I refer, of course, to Picross S Doraemon and F Characters Edition. A hot new release from our good friends at Jupiter. It's Picross with a Doraemon twist.
Yes, it is.
So now I am solving puzzles of props and items that presumably Doraemon uses in his adventures, and characters from other anime and manga that I have never heard of, but are
Yes.
apparently part of the greater Doraiverse.
We need a Samurai Pizza Cats Picross.
I mean, this is a perfect tie-in with the upcoming game. So,
Yeah.
but yes, I'm very excited to have more Picross. Thankfully, my fears about the music were unfounded. The music is perfectly fine.
It does seem fine, not annoying yet.
Yes,
I'm
it
only
is.
I'm only on the first.
Wait till you get
page.
puzzle 300.
Well, I mean, it's better than mappy music. Which again, I love mappy.
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum,
And I
bum,
love
bum,
Mappy's
bum,
music
bum,
for the
bum,
like
bum,
2
bum,
minutes that I'm
bum,
playing a
bum,
game
bum,
of Mappy. But
For the
after hour
extended
like
period.
12, as I'm going through all these Picross puzzles, it starts to grate a smidge.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm enjoying that. I see you got that as well, CJ.
I did.
Are you enjoying your
get it.
time with Doraemon Picross?
I am enjoying my time with Doraemon Picross. I do
Good.
wish, however, I mean, they have a lot of Picross titles at this point.
They do.
I do wish
Yeah.
that when a new Picross game comes out, it would just take my preferences and options that I've set in a previous one and bring it over.
That would be nice,
because
actually.
Yeah.
I have like I have settings that I like to use.
Right.
in Picross.
And you got to go through and set them all up again.
And it's not that hard. It's like
No.
2 or 3 things, but I still have to go and set it. And then it always asks me, do I want to see the tutorial? No,
Nope.
I don't.
And you got to go through every one of the modes and like, nope, I don't need the color Picross tutorial. Nope.
I don't want the hint roulette.
Nope.
I don't want any.
Nope.
I want to use the buttons, not the touch screen. Like,
Yep.
I have to do all of that. So I wish it would just be a sort of set it and forget it kind of thing. I can take my preferences from the previous game. Yeah, but it's great. It is good. And apparently I saw there was some other Jupiter game announced this week that didn't have an English trailer.
Oh,
and it was another Picross game.
What?
But I don't know what it is. Like,
was this in the
Pixel
Japanese
Museum.
version of the Direct or something?
No, it's just on Jupiter's YouTube channel.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I gotta check that out then.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You know, speaking of wish list cross compatibility features, I understand for the licensed games why you don't do this. You know, your Doraemon or Namco Picross games, but for the standard Picross S series, I wish you could unlock the soundtracks from older games.
Oh,
You know,
that would have been good.
If I download Picross S9 and the game detects that I have Picross S 1 through 8, unlock all the music for those games. Let me use some of those classic Picross tunes in
Select your music.
the new games.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
good.
I get attached to some of those tunes.
Well,
You
you
know,
spend a
and-
lot of time solving.
That's just it. And I find it
Puzzles.
very relaxing. I get,
Yeah.
Pavlov dogged into having my mind soothed by some of these gentle Picross tunes.
Yeah.
And then I get a new game and suddenly it's gone.
Yeah.
And I get all discombobulated. You know? I can't think straight.
Mm-hmm.
But while I'm wishing, I'd like a pony.
No pony for you.
No, I actually would not like a pony at all. I have no
You have no,
I have no
space
need
for
for a pony. I have no desire to ride a pony. I imagine a pony would be very expensive to maintain.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Food, and I
Yeah.
presume it needs a barn,
Barn?
horse
Hay?
shed. I don't know what you call the thing.
Yeah, barn.
A container, some sort of horse container. I don't know. Stable.
There
I
you
bet
go.
it's a stable.
Stable. It's a stable.
Greg was so sure. Oh, it's a barn.
Well,
It's a barn, you
seen them in barns.
city boy.
I've seen horses in barns. That's where
Why
they
not?
live.
Scoop Jessica, thinking she's slick coming in after the fact was stable. Already figured it out.
Yeah. It only took us like 4 or 5 tries.
We're too smart for you.
That's right.
Anyway, the last thing we know about on this show is stability. Am I right?
Oh,
Because we're
oh,
Our
we're a wacky crew.
our marriage statuses would say, yeah, probably you're right.
I'm doing okay.
2 out
I
of
don't know.
3.
Hey, you know what else I got this week?
What's that?
This is weird. I bought a play date.
Yeah,
why?
Why?
I bought one of the play dates.
Why did you do this?
Look at that. I got the pizza cover.
You
Oh,
liked the
there's why.
pizza.
Make it look like a little pizza.
Okay, we figured it out.
It turns out all Panic had to do to make Phil buy a play date is come up with a little pizza.
Make it look like a little pizza box. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I'm going to turn my crank to Frank. Here we
is
go.
That, is that
Woo!
even an official Panic thing?
Yes,
The
it
pizza
is.
box? Oh, okay.
I'll have you know, I saved a few bucks by buying a bundle with the play date and
now-
the pizza cover.
You need to get a Vesa mount for that too, so you can just
A what now?
you can have your taiko drum mount and you can have a play date mount.
Oh, just have like a little like where it like pops up right in front of me here.
Yes, yes.
I-
So you can crank hands free.
That's the dream we've always
I mean, what else is there?
been going for that. I don't know what prompted me to do this. We played the play date years ago
2019.
Yep.
at PAX. When we
Prime.
all went to PAX,
Yeah.
they were showing off the play date, and I thought it was neat, but wildly overpriced
Yeah.
for what it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, it still is.
I was gonna say, and nothing's changed.
But there are a ton more games for it.
And people, there's sites where you can download homebrew games
Like
too.
itch.io has because there's an official. You can get it from Panic. It's I believe it's free, just a development tool, so you can make your own games.
Isn't it browser based?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is. I have not looked into it. I have, I have no game development skills.
Yeah.
But who knows? Maybe.
Why don't you try?
I mean,
Right.
who
I don't
knows?
know you have no game development skills.
We'll find
Yeah,
out.
you don't know.
Maybe we'll find it. We're not going to find out, but maybe we'll find out.
Yeah.
But I saw Panic was posting that, for as overpriced as we think this is, the price is about to go up.
Oh,
They
really?
have, apparently the cost of materials and stuff it's going to be going up.
That's the opposite of how video game systems are supposed to work.
Yeah, I know, right? So I was like, well, if I want one, I should probably get it. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what happens. So I picked it up and I got it, and it's very cute. It is very much a goofy little hipster art project type thing. But it's
But now
fun.
you'll be getting new games delivered to you, though.
No, I won't.
You didn't do that? You didn't subscribe to the or whatever?
Well, when you buy it, the way it works
Yeah.
is when you buy the system, you are automatically subscribed to season 1
Boo.
games.
Right. Season 1.
And so for the next 12 weeks, each week you get like 1 or 2 games sent to your device via Wi-Fi.
Right. I'm trying to remember why I didn't give a shit about the play date.
But now
You don't think that's cool?
No.
But now, if you
It's
buy one,
artisanal gaming here.
when you buy it, it comes to you and it's set up when you register your system and everything. It turns on season 1 and you can download those first. There's 2 games you download for that first week.
Okay.
But if you go into your Playdate account on the Playdate website, you can just basically click a button that says, "Give me all my season 1 games now."
Oh, okay.
And bickety bam.
That's kind of nice.
So yeah. So I did that because I'm not going to sit around and wait for 12 weeks for these games. And then they have other games you can buy. Of course, they're just, a couple $3 to $5 each for the most part.
Sure.
So I got Root Bear, which is a game.
The one, the Lucas Pope game.
Which one?
Out? The Papers, Please guy released a Playdate game. Or it's in development. It might still be in development.
Wait.
Hold on.
Is that Mars After Midnight?
I think so.
Because I picked up Mars After Midnight, which I think might be the game that you're talking about.
Yes, Mars After Midnight is the game that I'm talking about.
I haven't played this yet, but I picked it up because everyone says it's very, very good.
Yep. This is the Oberdin guy, Papers, Please.
Yes.
Yeah, made a Playdate game. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to playing that. I got Realistic Fishing, which is a knockoff of Ridiculous Fishing.
Oh, very nice.
Which you've probably played that on the iOS. It's a great game. This one, of course, uses the crank for cranking purposes. Yep. There's a Picross game, wouldn't you know, that I picked up. I picked up a game called 00 Perfect Stop, which is basically a Densha to Go knockoff.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and it has shockingly nice graphics. I'm actually trying to load it up here for this audio podcast. But I just want you lads to see it. I don't.
Okay.
I don't care about. Look at that.
That's pretty cool. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Yeah.
Can I start? Look at that. Are we starting?
Right.
Are we starting?
No.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It's very nice looking. It's going to go off the rails in a second here. Okay. But yeah, there's some cute games. There's some cute games. There's a game it was part of the season 1. That's about using the crank to get penguins up and down elevators. Flipper lifter, where you use the crank to raise and lower elevators to get penguins to different floors.
Okay.
There's a surfing game called let's see.
I've heard good things about the surfing game.
Whitewater Wipeout, which again uses the crank to you know what it looks like.
Shoot the curl?
And plays like the surfing game in California games. If you ever played Epix's California games. It plays just like that, except you use the crank to rotate your surfer. It's a fun little game. So, I've barely scratched the surface of what I have on here, but it's cute.
Cool.
It's cute. Would I recommend it to everyone?
I would. Can I ask how much a Playdate is right now?
Oh gosh, it was around $200.
$229 USD on their website. The cover bundle is $249.
I think that is the new
price.
The new price.
It was $199, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because I believe I paid like $110 or something, or not $210, somewhere in that range.
Okay.
For the bundle that comes with the cover.
I see.
So
cool. Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
But it's neat. If you want weird little experimental goofball oddities, which I guess I do right now. I may not have a few years ago when the thing first came out, but now I'm like, you know what? Let's do it.
Sure.
I'm enjoying it. It doesn't have one of the big kind of sticking points is there's no light on the screen.
Right. No backlight.
So you definitely need to have it, you know, under a good light source in order to see anything. But mine
Okay.
looks like a pizza. Look at that.
I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all magnetic.
pretty
It's all
nice.
magnets holding this together.
Oh, that's cool.
How do they work?
I don't know. Electrodes, I think.
That's cool.
Electrode magnetic.
Yes. But yeah, there you go. That's my weird little toy that I bought
I see.
this past week. Please look forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's it.
Alrighty. Well, I've been playing some video games. I have not been playing Playdate.
Well, that's okay.
But I have been dumping some more hours into Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh,
Yeah, I told you this, Phil. I finished. Oh, hey, look at that.
there it is. My new
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
my 88 T's Pirate Yakuza shirt just arrived.
Nice. Okay.
You can wear this shirt in the game.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I think I'm towards the end of chapter 4 at this point.
Okay.
I've done a bunch more Pirate Coliseum battling and going between Honolulu and Madlantis. And obviously it's still a ton of fun. I have maxed out my pirate ship's equipment.
Oh,
And
good.
just laying waste to any ship that dares come at me. So that's good. And I think I've maxed Majima's combat abilities as well, pretty close to it anyway, where I'm just like destroying everybody in every fight, which is awesome. It's still great. It's still great.
You bet it is.
Obviously. I did the ending of the whole spoiler alert.
Oh.
I did the ending of the Masaru dating reality show thing.
Right.
And that was weird, but still really funny.
That's great.
There were some gags in there that got a legitimate laugh out of me.
You bet there was.
I will say some of them go on a little too long. A little too long.
Now I understand why Phil likes
them
them so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But otherwise, it's really
The one with the shower
funny.
where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go freshen up."
That went on a little too long.
No, it went on the perfect amount of time.
Did it?
Oh,
Did
it absolutely
though?
did. Absolutely did.
Yeah, there were some. Yeah, it was funny. It was ultimately funny. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with the game. I'm close to the end now, so I think I'm about to make a run for the ending of the game. I am
Excellent.
doing more because I still only have the violin. I don't know
so
how this happened. I am in chapter 4 and I only have one of the artifacts.
So you've
And
not been doing any of the Devil Flag stuff.
The thing is though, I have except I don't think I've been doing like the like as maps unlock or whatever. I've not been doing any of those.
Yeah, no, you got to go do
So,
those.
I guess I got to go do those.
Each one of those awards you with a new instrument when you finish it.
Okay, so I should go and do those.
I mean, if you
I
want those
guess.
instruments.
I kind of do, because otherwise the radial menu just is like, all right, just
Yeah,
get up.
You got 1/4
Yeah.
of the instruments there. You need.
I've been doing a lot of cooking though.
Well, that's good.
I'm like level 21 chef.
Well, you need to
Level
get
22.
level 2 of having instruments.
That's true. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great game. Anyway,
Yes, it is.
I've also been playing Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've played some more of that. Having fun with it. It's given me PSO vibes, which has been nice. But it's like a fun open world game to go around and destroy monsters. And the combat is it's sort of a passive menu based. Like your characters automatically attack enemies that you've started a battle with. So you're really just managing like some special moves and healing during battles, which is nice. So yeah, have fun with it. I'm on chapter 4 of that. I started Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It's supposed to be really good.
It is really good. It starts off really well. Yeah, so I played a little bit of Yasuke's story and more of Naoe's story. So there's 2 characters, of course, in Assassin's Creed. You can't just have one. You have to have 2. Yasuke is working under Nobunaga Oda.
Like you do.
Warlord. And doing
That's weird. A game set in ancient Japan that's about Nobunaga Oda. That's new.
Shocking, I know. Perhaps committing some bad things.
Also shocking.
Also shocking. And then Naoe is on the other side of things, and her village and her everything is being destroyed in her world by Nobunaga Oda. So yeah, a little different perspective there. But yeah, the combat's good. The graphics, it looks great. Plus the opening it's quite linear, which actually I like that a lot.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I'm playing with guided mode on. So guided mode basically like just tells you where you should go next. There's no like wandering around. They're just like, here's where you should go. And this one does something that I don't remember if this was in the previous Assassin's Creed games, but for an open world game, you may have experienced this where it's like, okay, the next objective, the little compass at the top says that it's like directly this way. And of course, that is on the map. Yes, it's like directly south of you, but if you're like riding a horse or whatever, like you really have to take like a winding road. It's not a straight path, right? So this game, you can turn on a route map. So similar to a game like Dead Space, remember you press that button and it puts the little thing on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Tells you exactly where you should be going.
Mm-hmm.
You turn this thing on and it puts a line on the ground that you should be following. So it shows you the path. It's like a little GPS for your horse. And that has been great. And I don't know if that's in other Assassin's Creed games, but open world exploration games, I always tend to go like straight line it. Like in Star Wars Outlaws, I was just straight lining it. Okay, the compass says I have to go east. All right, I'm straight line east. When it's like, no, there's a road, and maybe you should take the road for a reason. So I'm glad that's in Assassin's Creed Shadows. The other thing that it does that I like is you can hold down a button to automatically follow an NPC that you're having a story moment with. You ever have those moments in games where you're like, all right, you're supposed to follow this character. It's a walk and talk kind of deal. But you run faster, like you walk faster than this NPC. So really you're just like...
Didn't they do that in like the Red Dead Redemption games or something?
They may have, yeah.
I seem to recall that being a thing.
They may have. And this may not be new to Assassin's Creed Shadows at all, but I'm just like enjoying that sort of like small little QOL detail. I guess it's been that long since I liked an Assassin's Creed game. So yeah, and I played a little bit of Valhalla. I played a little bit of Odyssey. I played a little bit of the other Assassin's Creed games that have come out since Black Flag, which I loved Black Flag, but never really got into them. And one set in Japan where you're slicing and dicing dudes with a katana sword. I'm down with that. So yeah, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only about 2 hours in, but what I have played so far, I am liking. And it is very similar. We talked about this Star Wars Outlaws, where it starts you off very weak, and you're the stealth. You're gonna get caught all the time, and you dump XP points into various skill trees that make all that stuff easier, and that's still present here. They still do that in this, but I am enjoying it. So yes, and that. Well, I also played some more Split Fiction with a friend of the show, our good friend, your friend and mine, Mike. Yeah, so we played some more Split Fiction, and yeah, I suck at Split Fiction. I'm bad at it, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of yelling. Mike yelling at me that I'm not doing something. So, but so far I'm having a lot of fun with that game. So I do need to play it with my daughter at some point. So
yeah, you really should.
That's all I've been playing. I should. So, Greg, why don't you tell us all about what you've been playing, sir?
I have mainly. Oh, sorry. Excuse me for yawning. I'm so exhausted. I still mostly been playing Silent Hill 2. I got into the hospital section now, which is extra creepy because now all those freaky nurses are showing up carrying crowbars and stuff like that. Along with those stupid creatures that like to hide behind things. I hate this game, but I really love it. It's funny because you're talking about the walk and talk, and like I do have a companion character now. Well, I did, and now she's taking a break in one of the haunted hospital rooms. That's weird. But the problem was actually that my character walks too slow, so she would be talking, and then she would like stop and turn and wait before I caught up to her, because I don't run anywhere in that game unless I'm being chased or something like that. I walk. So yeah, I mean, not really much else to say about it. I'm still playing it. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. And I hate it. But I want to keep playing it. So okay. Yeah, I'm still playing it. One thing that I was going to bring up though, and I don't normally talk too much about the games that I stream on here until I like finish them. But I hit the original ending of Lunar Eternal Blue on the Sega CD a few weeks back. Yeah. And now I'm working on the epilogue. So that game has an epilogue. Which I think the PlayStation version did as well. But man, I'll tell you what, I have tons of respect for what Working Designs was doing in the 90s, bringing certain games here that wouldn't have come here otherwise, translating them at a much higher quality than we were used to for the most part at the time, even though some of that stuff hasn't held up very well. But man, I wish they hadn't screwed with the game so badly. The epilogue of this game is very close to unplayable. It's so difficult. And like they've got the experience numbers, like the experience points required to level up, jacked up so high that like I was playing for like 90 minutes the other night in a really hard dungeon. So, you know, really difficult enemies. So I should have been getting decent experience points. I think I was. I think one of my characters leveled up once.
Oh, jeez.
For 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. So I don't know. I kind of backed up and went back to sort of the beginning of the epilogue and just retracing my steps a little bit. I'm using a guide to see if it can help me level up a little bit. But my God, like I'm like hate playing it at this point. I'm so close to finishing this epilogue. Well, not finishing. I'm so close to finishing the whole game because I'm in the epilogue and there's like 2 dungeons, but I'm dreading like if I do start making it through, how tough these bosses are going to be. And I just might not finish it, which I hate. It bothers me that I'm in that position. But yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, maybe younger me would have been okay with this, but you know, I I don't think that I'm being weird when I'm saying that I don't want to have to grind 90 minutes for one character to go up one level.
Yeah.
There's 5 characters in this. Like, yeah. They did those games no favors when they messed around with the balance on them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, the good news is you'll finish this one just in time for the remaster to come out.
yeah, the remaster is the PlayStation version, though. This is the Sega CD version.
Yeah.
This is the one we're not getting the remaster of.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, that's all I was really playing. I've been busy this week otherwise, so.
Alrighty. I guess that means it's time for
CJ?
social. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Greg. What does that one say?
It says
Give me
you
a
are
clip.
star.
Well, thank you.
You are a star, CJ.
You're a star too, Greg.
Aw.
And
See?
Phil.
Don't you feel good? This is
2
what it's like to go to
stars.
volleyball tournaments.
I do feel good. Thank you.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, Greg.
What?
Getting through that epilogue though, it's worth it for that ending.
It's starting not to feel like it.
Oh, I don't know. I love the Lunar 2 ending.
The
A
Sega
beautiful
CD one.
moment. Huh?
The Sega CD one.
What was the difference?
I don't know. I've never finished the
What
Sega
was
CD
the
one.
Wait, did you never finish any Lunar 2 game?
No, I never finished the Sega CD Lunar 2. I finished the original Lunar on Sega CD, and I finished the PlayStation 1 remakes. I finished the Saturn remakes too, actually. But
Okay.
and I finished the Game Boy Advance game and the PSP
Okay.
game, but no, I
you
never
didn't.
finished Lunar 2 because it's too hard. It's too hard. So
The Lunar 2 ending though, that epilogue ending is beautiful.
I
love
barely
it.
remember it, but
I
I'm
love
sure
it.
you're right.
Look it up on YouTube.
I don't know. I want to do it. I want to finish it, but I'm telling you, man. Like, yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Have you tried getting good?
I am good.
Get better.
That's what makes it ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess that means the time for social media posts.
Blue skies. Blue skies I see.
All right.
I wanna fly sky.
Which,
Let's
by the way,
go together.
I have I have the CD player or the MP3 player in Pirate Yakuza playing old Sega tunes.
Of course
Yeah,
you
you
do.
Why wouldn't you?
I bought the CDs
Good.
for my smartphone. Is that how that works?
You do have a
Why not?
smartphone.
You have a smartphone and you're buying
Yep.
CDs for it, I guess.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so I have Let's Go
Your
Away
phone
and the
doesn't have a
Space-
CD drive connected to it.
the Space Harrier theme and the Afterburner theme and some
Yeah.
PSO stuff. Yeah.
Get all that Outrun music.
Outrun music. Yeah, exactly. It's great. All right. Let's do this one from listener Nato, who says, what's your personal threshold for subletting to be is this what? For subletting to be considered retro?
I think it
I'm-
meant
That's a typo.
thing.
It was
Something.
probably something
Something, not
Yeah.
subletting.
that got auto-corrected somehow.
What's your personal threshold for something to be considered retro? Mentally, I can understand that something like the Xbox could be considered retro, but emotionally, I can't handle it.
Yeah, that just means you're getting old. That has nothing
Yeah.
to do with whether it is retro.
Retro
It means
or
the
not.
time is compressing and it feels like 2005 was yesterday.
Yeah.
When it was actually 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean, if you
definitely
go
retro.
if you go with the Retronauts rule of 10 years, right?
That means the stuff that came out of the first year of the Switch is almost retro.
that means that the PS4 and Xbox One are retro. And
I personally think that that's
You.
I mean, I really don't give a shit what people consider like, you know,
No.
the argument over what's the rule over what's retro. But I think the 10-year rule of thumb makes perfect sense. Why
I
not?
think it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brain knows that's the case. My heart still considers like Super Nintendo and like 16-bit era
To be retro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not PS2.
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
360.
Yeah.
35 years. It has to be 35 years old.
My brain knows that's
No.
not the case.
It's because time compresses as you get older,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
you know, it feels like.
Yeah.
I mean, I have PS3 games that I bought because I'm going to play that someday that I haven't opened yet.
Oh my
You know?
goodness.
So it's like it's hard to look at that and go, yo, that's retro, but
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
They're old.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
I mean, Xbox is definitely retro.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, Nato.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely is.
Or OG, definitely. Xbox One, maybe you can make a case that it's not, but yeah. All right. Listener JT has a question for us. What is your biggest hope for the Switch 2 launch? Features, games, hardware, etc. For me, it's the hardware's capacity to play modern games and future releases at a reasonable FPS.
Wow.
Setting the bar low there, JT.
Well, you are and you aren't.
Well, maybe that's a high bar, actually.
It's a high bar for the Switch right now. So
maybe.
I mean, you know, I don't have a lot of experience trying to play anything else other than like Nintendo games, but we've talked about this a fair amount on the show. Like the last 12 months of Nintendo games on the Switch have been technically pretty rough as far as frame rate goes.
Yes.
You know, so but I mean, the system's 8 years old, man.
Yeah.
And it wasn't cutting edge tech when it came out. So that's not an excuse. I'm just saying I'm not surprised that this is the case. And actually, I think it's probably more surprising how well everything ran on it up to this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that'll be part of the big refresh with the new system, and hopefully it actually fixes the performance on some of the Switch games themselves with backwards compatibility. I would hope. Yeah. I just want Mario Kart 9. I don't care about anything else. I just want Mario Kart 9.
I'm hoping for the performance of even the eShop on the device to be better.
Well, I mean, it needs an overhaul, but all of the store fronts do so badly.
Yes, they do. I mean, I'll be cool if things run at a smooth FPS. Like it doesn't have to be 60, it can be 30. I'm fine with that. Like I have been buying more modern games, and I'm not even talking like modern, like anything that's stretching technical capabilities. I'm talking about like Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. Been buying on the Steam Deck instead because the Switch just doesn't seem to be able to cut it with not only with sort of the frames per second thing, but load times are getting kind of bad sometimes, depending on
Switch is getting old.
The Switch is getting old. I mean, it's 8 years old, so of course. So I'll be happy to see more modern games look better on the Switch too. But I think the thing I'm most looking forward to is seeing what Nintendo first party has for this thing. And
like Mario Kart 9.
Not only Mario Kart 9, but I'm looking forward
to
like
Mario Kart 9.
What the mouse compatibility, the Joy-Con having the mouse functionality thing, like I'm very curious to see what game Nintendo has cooked up for that functionality. Is it snipper clips too? Who knows?
Snippy clippy. A clip to the snip.
Or maybe it's a game builder garage thing or a Mario Maker thing. Like I'm very excited about that aspect.
Build a garage.
Yeah, I'm excited. Nintendo first party software is what I'm excited about the most. Yeah. All right. Let's do this one from listener Bill Mudron, listener and friend of the show, Bill Mudron.
That's right.
Who says, with that new Nintendo Today app, clearly the result of Nintendo not wanting to be beholden to other social media platforms like Twitter, do you think there's any chance in hell Switch 2 could have its own social media service like Miiverse again, or even, God forbid, voice chat?
I loved Miiverse.
Miiverse is great.
I loved Miiverse. I loved Street Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if both of those would come back, that would be so good. Maybe that's what the C button is. Maybe that's
Yeah,
it.
probably not.
I'll pin all our hopes on that C button. Come on.
I mean, that's community, right? That's one of
Community.
your suggestions from earlier.
Yeah, it's either community or camera, right? I mean, it's
I'm
gotta be
sticking
one
my
of
cranberry
those.
jam.
It's got to be one of those.
It's going to be a button.
Or-
You press it, and it squirts out some cranberry jam.
Into your eyes.
No, that would be ridiculous. You would hold a plate with like some toast underneath the controller.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have the IR sensor. They have the dispenser
Exactly.
positioned there. All right.
Now, the
Dispenser
trick is,
fire.
though, you can't just use any regular store-bought cranberry jam to refill it. It's proprietary little containers you have to plug in.
Of course.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, it's like, you sell the razor for cheap, and the blades are expensive.
Yeah.
So those little refresher packets of cranberry jam.
Will we see Miiverse again? I think we just might see a sort of more connected social experience on Switch 2. I would welcome it. Welcome it.
Yeah, I would love it.
That's all we got for that. That's it. We're just like, yes, do that.
Well, I'm not going to start speculating about anything for what I would imagine
Oh
would be
my
obvious
God, my
reasons.
daughter just texted me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Saying,
Daughter
why are
just-
you playing Split Fiction with Mike instead of me? Is that what she texted you about?
Good point.
No, I won't say what my daughter texted me. It's inappropriate for that.
Wait, what?
No. Anyway,
Yeah.
that reminds me that we should do our Star Trek minute.
Dun 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 dun
Before we
dun. Dun.
We watched Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home.
The Voyage Home. You finished up the trilogy.
Finished up the trilogy.
Good.
Yeah. What a great movie. Just
You bet it is.
a great
really
movie.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was even more funny that the communicator that Captain Kirk has starts going off in the restaurant, and the woman he's with is like, "Oh, are you a doctor? Because that's like a pager."
Yeah.
And he starts talking into it, and it's like, "Oh man!" Like at the time, 1986, when cell phones weren't ubiquitous or anything, it's like
Yeah, it's unheard of.
I love
completely wild.
I love the scene. Isn't that the movie with the scene? Is it Scotty that tries to talk to the computer?
Yes.
This is great.
Hello, computer.
Am I remembering correctly? Does he lift up the mouse, or am I thinking
He's
of something
speaking
different?
into the
Yes,
mouse.
he
Yes.
lifts
Speaks into
up-
the mouse. I thought that was
Hello,
hilarious.
computer.
Bones hands him the mouse, and
Yeah.
he picks it up and starts talking into it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so
great.
good.
Yeah. That super fun.
You got the punk on the bus.
Yeah,
Punk on the bus.
Another classic scene. Kirk Thatcher was the he was a special effects guy, and he's done a lot of like behind the scenes work on stuff for like LucasArts or Lucasfilm, I believe.
Okay.
And he's done a lot of Muppet stuff.
Yeah.
And the song that he's listening to on the radio, I hate you and I berate you.
I tried to use Shazam
Yeah.
during that scene. It didn't come up with anything. I was like, oh. Man, what is the song? Tell me.
Just look up I hate you.
Okay.
I hate you song.
Okay.
But he wrote that. Kirk Thatcher actually wrote that song.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, just look up Kirk Thatcher and I Hate You, and you will find the full version of that song.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it because that was a great song.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Yeah. Just a great movie overall.
Yeah.
I don't know how
It was a lot of
much
fun.
deeper into the movies we'll go.
5 is terrible.
You have to watch Star Trek 6. You have to.
Star Trek
watch
6 is
I don't
outstanding.
know
Really
if I
good.
remember 6. I'm not sure if I ever
Undiscovered
saw it.
Country.
I don't
Oh,
think I ever
if you-
saw it.
It's
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't see it. But because it felt like we were kind of at the end of the. Well, it was the last original series Star Trek movie, technically. I
Yeah.
think. I know Generations had Kirk in it, but this was a fully original series story, and it was. I think it's fantastic.
oh, it is.
It
Cool.
it
Okay,
holds
so
up.
maybe we'll watch that one.
Yeah.
We started watching, so we are continuing kind of our trek through TNG, but we decided to hop on the Deep Space Nine bus
Oh,
and started that. And I don't know if you have seen Deep Space Nine on Paramount Plus. Let me tell you, the gulf in quality between Next Generation and Deep Space Nine is
yep.
wide. It's very
Really?
wide. It
Well-
looks like they dubbed it, like they digitized it off somebody's like VHS recording of
Oh
it's
no!
very bad.
It's like I told you, Paramount years ago, they did a full remaster of TOS,
Yeah.
and they
which
did a
looks
full
beautiful.
remaster of TNG.
Although I'm kind of upset. We are watching so we're watching TOS at the same time
Mm-hmm.
because we're bouncing all around. We did the one with the gangster planet
Okay.
most recently. But anyway, when in the Paramount Plus version now, when they show the shots of the spaceship going through, it's like newly
Right.
Yeah,
done,
I actually found
rendered.
I found that very jarring,
scenes.
to be honest.
I think it's kind of jarring too.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't look right.
it does not look right, but I guess it's fine
Yeah.
for what it is. But Deep Space Nine looks so rough on streaming.
They did not remaster Deep Space Nine because the only series that people care about are TOS and TNG.
I don't know if okay. Yeah, you're
So
probably right.
it is
Paramount Plus really wanted me to start Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
They kept recommending it to
but yeah,
me.
Paramount has not deemed Deep Space Nine
Hmm.
profitable enough to spend the money going back remastering
Yeah.
7 seasons worth of episodes, which is a shame
They might be right, but
because it
yeah, it's a
does
shame.
look rough. You are definitely watching
Yeah.
old old videotapes worth, but
To the point where it had like the old closed caption symbol.
Oh, yeah.
on the
Yeah.
premiere. I
Nice.
was like, "What in the world is this? Like, why?" Yeah.
I know.
Anyway,
You got to deal with it though, because
got to deal with it.
like I said, it's my favorite Trek series.
We watched the premiere, the 2-parter, and
Okay.
one episode after that. So
Okay.
we're
And
starting
you are
down.
and you're going
this
straight
road.
through, right?
We're gonna go straight through.
Good. That's
Yeah.
the way Deep Space Nine was meant to be watched, to be
I
sure.
see. It
So-
was weird for a syndicated show to be like that, though,
It-
right? Like,
It definitely was.
yeah,
Is it ahead of its time? Well, maybe.
I think so.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good show though.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I've only seen three
Well,
episodes at this point.
Have you
and
enjoyed what you've seen so far?
I have enjoyed what has been shown to me so far.
There you go. Okay.
All right. And I'm looking forward to Andor. That's not Star Trek, but
That
Andor
isn't.
coming up very soon.
You're going to be very confused if you go into Andor season 2 thinking it is a Star Trek series.
That's true.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're actually going to be rewatching season 1 of that soon in preparation
Nice.
for season 2.
All right. So, well, is there any other Trek stuff that I should watch? So I have to watch. I need to watch Undiscovered Country.
Yeah, watch. Yeah, you can skip 5.
Skip 5.
Watch Star Trek 6 because it is great.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about Generations. It's boring.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not good. You already watched First Contact,
First
right?
Contact, which
Okay,
is
that's
great.
really the only TNG movie you need to worry about.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So I should be good now. Just Deep Space Nine, and then whenever Strange New World season 3 comes out.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about Disco. Don't worry about Picard.
Okay.
Yeah.
I won't.
Did you watch the episode of TNG with Hugh in it?
Yes.
The Borg?
Yes.
Yes. That's a really good episode.
That is a really good episode. Yeah.
I'm gonna spoil some of Picard for you.
Well, I know he shows up in Picard.
He shows up in Picard and then they kill him. They bring back Hugh just so they can kill him.
No.
And I was so pissed because
oh God.
that episode, that TNG episode is it's a great episode.
It is.
Yet you end up loving Hugh.
Yep.
And then they bring him back just to kill him and be like, oh, look how dark and edgy we are. We killed Hugh.
That's not cool.
Freaking
not cool.
ugh, just trash.
Well,
Anyway.
I don't have any plans to watch Picard.
Don't worry about that. No, you got a whole bunch of Deep Space Nine to enjoy.
Good.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think that's the show.
Well, good.
I think we're done.
Good.
Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on Threads and Blue Sky. Or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com, and there you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward. You'll find Generation 16 episodes there. You'll find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during this episode, and a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to our Player One podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch televisions. Just follow one of our social media accounts to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is Sunday evenings at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? And I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. There are two people on this podcast who have yet to experience the play date.
I experienced it.
I experienced it also.
Like in your home
Oh.
permanently.
Oh,
You know.
I see.
Within the past, let's say 6 years.
Shit, 6 years.
Yeah. Sorry.
What is time anyway?
They're not going to spend your money on play dates. I don't think they are anyway. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what CJ does.
No.
But what we will spend your money on is keeping our podcast afloat and streaming and all that stuff. And I'll tell you what, friendos, if you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
Cheap.
you gain special access to a weekly bonus episode. We record it right after this, where we play games, crack wise, have fun, doing all that stuff we can't do on the regular show. Hey, Greg.
Mm.
Have you heard anything about us having a game this week?
I have not.
I know you're not like the usual guy,
No.
but I was just, I don't want to disturb CJ. I feel like I bug him all the time
Hey,
about
Phil?
this. Yes, sir. Oh, it's a clip, and it says, go. Oh, I can't do that to myself, Greg. That's rude. It actually said, go, girl.
Mm.
Greg's urging me to go, girl. And you know what? I will. I will go, girl.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And I'll go, girl, by asking CJ,
Yeah.
because you're usually the one who knows these things.
Yes.
Doth we have a game this week?
We do have a game this week, Phil.
Oh, get out of here. Seriously?
It's a before and after quiz, this time with game names and songs.
Oh.
Yes.
Is this a listener submitted one?
A listener submitted one?
And before and after, it's
Mathman
like
1024.
like the name of one kind of leads into the name of the, so like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy Star.
Yeah, that's right. But that's game. That's two games.
That's
This
game
one
to
will be
game, but
game and song title.
I couldn't think of a game to song off the top of my head, so that's why I went with.
Well, the example here is with Pokemon Black and Black Hole Sun to get Pokemon Black Hole Sun.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
Won't you come? Okay, so that should be fun, right?
This is going to be very good. Yes.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Outstanding. Well, please look forward to that, Patreon subscribers of the $5 tier.
Yes. Cheap.
I'm glad someone was ready to go with that.
I think Greg's asleep.
I am so close to being asleep.
Well, I guess I'll plug his show anyway, or his channel or whatever. If you got a couple bucks left over, why don't you go over to Sleepyhead's Patreon over there at patreon.com/Greg Seward to help support Greg's outstanding, and it is outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil.
You're
my
welcome.
God.
And if you are a supporter of the $3 variety,
That's really cheap.
it is really cheap. You get early access to every video that I do. 1 week early access. Please consider supporting the show. It really helps a lot.
Everybody be quiet. Greg's having a nappy.
I wish.
Rock-a-bye, baby, in the treetop. Hey, Greg, do I get a clip? Clip me, baby. What's it say here? I can't read what that says.
It
Yeah,
says,
can't read that.
Best shoes.
Best shoes.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing shoes.
Well, you still got the best ones.
They have none that fit my cloven hooves.
Mhm.
I am forced to go barefoot here amid the sulfur and screams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. How you guys been? Doing okay?
So
Having
tired.
a good week?
So tired.
Not real chatty today, are you?
No.
Wow. You guys are really rude to Satan.
Had to be.
Don't be like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really rude.
You go, girl.
I will go, girl. And I'm going straight to the after show.
Okay.
CJ,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Oh, yeah, of course. Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Absolutely. And of course, a big old thank you to you. Every single one of you lovely, lovely listeners out there. As always, please take care of yourself, your loved ones, your family, your friends. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And as the clip says, you go, girl.
Bye-bye.
And we hope to see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.